Hey yo, how's it going? Cheers, cheers, good morning, good morning. You can't see me yet. Hello, hello, cheers. Good morning, how are you? Welcome back. Good morning, everyone. How are you? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, whatever time of day it is. Welcome back to our crypto news. Crypto news live with Kung Fu, where we Kung Fu the crypto news. That's right. We're staying ahead of the FOMO and breaking through the FUD. How are you guys today? Good morning. Good morning. Welcome back. Good afternoon. Fix audio. What's wrong with the audio? What's wrong with the audio? Hey yo. How's it going? So what's happening today? How are you feeling? It's Monday. It's Monday. Things are happening. Are you feeling good? Are you feeling empowered? Are you feeling ready for this day, for this start to your week? I am. I'm feeling pretty excited. I've been busting my butt, feeling really good about catching up on all my projects and work and bills and etc. And I have amassed a chunk of cash I'm going to throw into XRP. Super excited about this next big purchase. As I've seen, we slipped below 43 cents today. We're at 42.3372. I'm kind of hoping I can get in below 40 cents. For another big move, but I'm not sure. I'm not holding my breath. Again, I always say regular purchases are the best way to do it, and that's just because you can hedge any of the volatility of the market. There was a lot of stuff to cover today. I did a video yesterday talking about the news about the OKEX exchange, the liquidation of that long limit order they had, what that did to the market, what that means moving forward. A lot of exciting things. Are you feeling as good as I am about Monday? Are you feeling as empowered and ready for this as I am? Just imagine all the possibility moving forward. What a good opportunity to be here right now. What a good opportunity to be here right now. Really excited about all the continual good news, like just compounding good news over and over again. You have all these things that just lead us to be like, wow, this is crazy. I can't wait to see the rewards of our foresight. The foresight to be in this market right now, the foresight to align ourselves with the companies that have done a good job to really create space here. Really big things, really potentially exciting in my mind. And Monday is a good day to start with a positive step forward, really put our best energy out into the world. Maybe some of you guys are a lot like me right now, where you have a lot of projects going on and you have a lot to focus on and you feel maybe a little bit overwhelmed. It's okay. It's Monday. Remember to breathe. You can do some basic breathing exercises to really gather yourself, focus, and remember just to turn your attention to what you want to focus on. Turn your attention to whatever project you need to get done with your work, get done with some of your personal care, and then look at how to make some positions and move and position yourself to benefit from this run, to benefit from these next bull runs that we're about to see. So potentially, what does that mean? You have the strength, you have the ability, you have the capacity to make this work for yourself. Putting a little bit of extra effort in, knowing that there's a reward for your effort put in, knowing also that that it takes work. It takes work. I know a lot of us are always like, I can't wait to not work. I was talking to a friend of mine yesterday, and they were like, I can't wait to not work at all. And I was like, well, that's kind of crazy because. Greetings from the Netherlands. We're going to come through and say hey to everyone in a second. Just going to give you a little morning pep talk. Who really needs morning pep talks? Who gets up on Monday morning and they're like, I really need a motivational quote today to really get going? I have no idea. Mainly me. So I'm telling this to myself. You can do this. You've got this. You've got the capacity to make this work. And potentially knowing that your hard work brings results. Your hard work, your efficiency, refinement, obviously working smarter, not harder all the time, but thinking about it's going to take work. Everything's going to take work. Even if this bull run takes off and you have bazillions of dollars, if you have problems right now that you can't deal with, those problems are only going to be amplified. Those problems are only going to be worse. So looking at the reality of possibly thinking like you are worth the effort. You're worth the effort and work to put in. It's important for you to recognize that. Woo! Good morning.
Yeah, you made it in the live stream. Love that meme. Ahem. Where can I buy Ripple?
Nice. I like that one too. That one's pretty funny. I think that one's so far my top choice. Thank you so much. First off, cheers. Thank you so much, Sean. It means a lot to have your support. Monday morning, I'm feeling good, feeling supported. But also, yeah, that meme is lit. That meme is really funny. That's possibly our winner for next week, unless someone else comes along. Maybe you can tie that or something. It's hard to say for sure. But looking at the reality that even if you have bazillions of dollars, even if you made it and you're successful and rich, the reality is that every breath you take is you fighting for your right to live. Every breath you take, it's an inalienable right for you to be alive, but you have to fight for it. You have to fight for it every breath. You die every 2 minutes unless you take a breath, unless you take a reset breath. So think about that. Like every breath is you fighting for life, right? So first, recognize the quality of your breath is important. Breathing is important. Second, recognize that no matter how far you get and how great your life may be at that moment, you're always fighting. You're always putting in effort and work. Hopefully the fight's enjoyable. Hopefully it's like a day in the garden and you're having a good time, like a kung fu master, just whoosh, whoosh, wax on, wax off. Nothing, no big deal. Yo, yo, yo. How's it going? So thank you so much. Spread the standard. It means a lot. I appreciate it. It's good to see you guys. How are we feeling? How's the room? Yo, yo, yo. Yo, Sebastian, Vipple my nipple, Mantis, Crypto, Young Crypto, Ant, XRPopolis, Luis, Chellfire, Bricks, Junkies, Crypto, Justin, Bill Gould, Roger K, Teddy Beer. We got Meanham, Mitch88, Stewart, Rahit, Slippin' Slida, Praxis, Nighthawk, the whole crew. What's up? What's up? Win Ross, Win Yoga. Ed French, how we doing? How we doing? I have a yoga class that I'm about to drop on the channel. It just takes me a long time to edit those sometimes. How are we feeling? Hey yo, hey yo. How long can we stay under 50 cents? It's a good question. I think this might be potentially the last week, 2 weeks, month. Week, 2 weeks, or month that we can see that. I don't know. September maybe. The when we see some movement might be the last month. This might be the last month. That's what I tell myself as I work really hard to put more into my investments. Hello from South Africa. Did you hear about the Ether ledger problem? I did not. Or if I did, I'm not understanding the reference. Tell me more about the problem. Kung Fu chop that button. Kung Fu chop that like button, guys. Thank you so much. You're right. You're right. So what's happening with the news? We have, whoa. Actually, first, before we do news, we have our blue blockers ready. But before we do news, I want to just say what's up. I want to go say what's up to our meme winners. We had some really, really good meme winners. And I just want to give them the credit that they deserve. It's Monday. We've got a lot of real news to look at. But first, let's make sure that these guys get recognized for their hard work. This by XRP Khe. XRP Khe. Honestly, one of my favorite memes of all time. It's really just a solid meme. Centralized, bank coin. It's a security. XRP will freeze. Ripple will freeze your XRP. So good. So good. That's so funny. Pretty honestly, one of my top memes of all time. Very cool. Very cool. So looking at our Twitter, spread the standard. Thank you so much. Dropping some more love. I appreciate it. I don't know if it's gonna say what you wrote out, ice baby, unless it's above like $3 I think I set the minimum for the text to speech to be like $3 or something, 3 or 4. I'll do it for you though. Ice baby, banana. Awesome, very cool. So I put up these memes. We did a new video yesterday. This one we put up the new video for yesterday, biggest news of the year, referencing the article about the NYSE news about the global digital asset system that they've launched, what that means to have the possibility for that digital asset system with the New York Stock Exchange platform to be launched on XRP. What does that mean for Bitcoin and the price moving forward? Referencing the article quoting that this is the biggest news of the year, but at the same time seeing the price drop drastically. If you guys didn't watch that video, I'll catch you up. Don't worry. The OKEX exchange basically saw a huge short limit order on, I think, Bitcoin, and they asked the person to possibly reconsider that position, and they wouldn't, so they actually liquidated the account, which released a bunch of the Bitcoin back to the market, or maybe it was, I don't remember. But somehow they released a bunch of the Bitcoin back to the market by liquidating his position, and that might have caused the first position to slip. It was some like $420 million worth that had been taken off and then put back on. Then, of course, them talking about this, they made an announcement saying that they did this, and that caused the position to slip further. So looking at the idea that we have a lot of really strong news moving forward, but still we have a declining market, what potentially happened there? So that was that caught you up. We did the meme giveaway. We did a video. We also had Crypto SB won the meme giveaway as well with this bad boy. I mean, honestly, just like the kid's face is pretty funny. The kid's face is pretty funny. Thanks for playing, mate. Woo! Alexander Cunningham. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Thank you, Alex. CCN reported on that. Oh, the Ether problem was part of a new update Ledger Chrome put out this week, and there was a big bug. Many transactions of Ether and ECR20s went to the wrong address. Ledger will be reimbursing them. Wow. Laxthor, I did not know. I didn't even see about that yet. That's potentially very interesting. I'll have to look at that. For sure. We Ply Highs buying 50 XRP per day till it reaches $1. I like that, dude. Very cool. Very, very cool. Cambo Vision's asking a good question, and it's something that I thought about making a video about, but I haven't because it's not on my channel. He's asking, why is there a difference in the coin market and live coin projections of price? And, you know, it doesn't really matter what the price difference is, and it doesn't really matter what the difference is between the platforms. It matters where you're going to buy it. So, like, if you have access to a platform or an exchange, then basically that's the price you should look at. So, you know, arbitrage techniques appear and are available based on you trading between different platforms that have different prices. You can't take advantage of arbitrage because of CoinMarketCap. Like, CoinMarketCap could say Bitcoin's $1 million, but if none of the exchanges say that, then that means nothing. So, you know, you can look at CoinMarketCap all you want as a reference, but if you want to think about what's the price really right now, go to the exchange that you're going to buy that coin at. Go to the exchange you're going to buy the coin at. That's the price you should probably be paying attention to. So if you want to look at the multiple different exchanges and see what the different prices are, then you're looking at arbitrage possibilities or arbitrage opportunities. So that's something to consider. Very, very good question. So let's do it. Let's go ahead and run through the news. We're already 15 minutes in. 15 minutes in, news starting. We need first, what? Oh, that's right. We need these bad boys. Blue blockers are ready. I am now prepared for any FUD. And here we go. So go ahead and go like and retweet these memes on Twitter if you haven't already. We've got 130 people in the room. Smash that like button and go follow me on Twitter and retweet these sweet XRP memes. Don't forget to tell your friends. If your friends are like, why are you always talking about XRP? Shut up, blah, blah, blah. You could be like, yo, dude, you can win some free, make a meme, drop it in Kung Fu's subreddit. And they'll be like, wait, what? And you're like, yeah, dude, get you some free XRP. No big deal. No big deal. So that's potentially why I like this meme giveaway. I want to entice people that don't maybe have an option to get 1 or 2 XRP. I know I have a lot of poor friends that are like, I can't even afford to buy $50 worth of Bitcoin to then buy 100 XRP. I can't afford it. So make some memes then. Make some memes, fools, and I'll send you some. No big deal. A lot of things happening that I wanted to talk about too with the Ethereum Classic and with the Coinbase launching Ethereum Classic, etc., etc. So we're going to try to get through all of that real quick. First things first. The whole market, where are we at? We're at 253 billion. Bitcoin dominance is down slightly, but still above 47%. We have Bitcoin right under $7,000. We got Ethereum right above 400. Ethereum actually pulling a little bit into the green inside the last hour, I believe. Maybe inside the last 24 hours. Actually, inside the hour, everything's in the green. And inside 24 hours, Ethereum is in the green. You guys can kind of see the names in the 1 hour turnaround. There you go. So Bitcoin, everything inside the hour is in the green, but still down inside 24 hours and down inside the week. Now, XRP is at 42 cents. The Bitcoin Cash is under 700. EOS is at $7. Stellar's under 24 cents. Cardano's back to 13 cents. And Tron's down again to 2029. That's pretty exciting. Honestly, looking at the reality that we've seen a lot of good news, but no real movement in the market. it kind of makes you wonder if like everyone who already is in the market right now is in. Most people that are in it are probably in it. They've taken positions, they're holding, they're like sitting on their rocket ship waiting for the button to be pressed. In reality, I think this is why I'm saying it's Monday. You got this. You have the energy and capacity to work a little bit harder, maybe. Everything can be boiled down to these really simple principles. So whenever people come at you with really complex issues and they try to make all these like huge dynamic problems and they're like, see, it's too complex, we can't fix it. Just boil that shit down. Boil it down to some simple base foundation, the principle of what you can affect. What can you affect? What can you affect with the situation? So in reality, everything boils down to like Wolff's Law. I use this one all the time. The reality that your body learns to deal with the load you place on it, right? So this comes down to everything, like your energetic output of the day. If you sleep all day and you don't ever do anything and you never work out and you never do anything but the bare minimum, your body gets weaker and weaker and your energetic supply gets lower and lower and lower and lower and lower. Same for your muscle mass, same for your strength, same for your ability to comprehend complex thoughts and use your neural pathways. So you must challenge these things. You must challenge your body, challenge your mind, challenge your spirit all the time. This creates resilience. This creates strength. Tell me more, Kung Fu. Tell me more. What else has resilience? XRP does! Real loud slam on the desk. I just did it. I just said it instead of doing it. Hopefully that didn't affect your eardrums. So yeah, XRP, really strong week. Most resilient, I think, during this entire week. Looking at the resilience of XRP, pretty strong because obviously that means people don't want to let go of this position. People don't want to let go of the 42 cent mark. But that brings up a better question. Someone asked yesterday, or maybe they asked in my comments, they were like, hey, XRP something something. Let's go find the comment because the guy was really cool. Let's go see if we can find this guy. So he basically was asking about what happens when it goes up and then it goes back down. He's like, XRP is going to go to $10, but then after that, we'll go back down to 2. What should I do if it does? I think that's a great question, and I think it's important for you to realize potentially, yes, it will go up and it will go down. Interestingly enough, I can't say for sure. I can't guarantee where it will go or what it'll do, but yes, it will go up and then it'll probably go back down. It's hard to say when to take those positions or when to sell out or buy in, but that's why it's interesting to look at. No one's really letting go of positions now. No one's letting go of positions at 42 cents. They might let go of positions at $10. $10, someone who bought in at a penny might let go. They might be like, that's it. That's it. That's all it can do. I'm not expecting any more from that, so I am not worried about it. I'm letting go. And that's fine. That just means potentially someone else that has the interest in purchasing at $10 can get in, or $8 or whatever. So interesting to look at. This is the comment I wanted to look at. It's from Mohammed Hussein. Mohammed Hussein. He asked on the XRP to be a millionaire video. He says, hi Kung Fu, it's been my pleasure. Being your channel subscriber, me and my whole family are your big fans. Well, thank you so much. Mohammed, it means a lot. I have a couple of doubts and would be glad if you could answer. What you say about bearable guy prediction 589. The 589 prediction, I think, as everyone wants it to be a price, might be something else. People have said it's the atomic compound of cobalt. People have said it relates to some kind of diamond chart. Someone just tweeted me that today, some kind of diamond paper. A lot of speculation about what 589 means. Not really sure. I can't give you a definitive answer on that. As XRP went to 380 on January 4th and came to 40 cents, can we see this kind of 80% correction once the SBI and XRapid goes live? Example, XRP goes to $10 and comes back to 2. That's what I was saying. So yeah, maybe things go live, everything looks really strong, positions take off. And, going from $10 to 2 is a really big correction, but it's still the same metrics of 80% loss. So I can see what you're saying. Possibly it won't be as big a correction once you see a lot of the regulatory scrutiny removed, and once people kind of have some clarity about where XRP falls in this dynamic marketplace moving forward. I think that you will still see runs and corrections, yes, but maybe not as much. I don't know if it'll go back to 2 after it hits 10. I could see 10 to 8, maybe 10 to 7 happening. That's hard to say. So really good questions here. Really good questions. He also says, as you mentioned, in 2 years, it could be close to $300. Will the market be volatile and speculative as it is now? So again, no, looking at the more volume and the more money moves into it, the less volatility it actually has. And that also increases the possibility that people find it more of a solid foundation and they move into it. So He also says, as we've been seeing from January, every news comes with XRP tanking, and assuming market cap would rise after Chinese New Year, once XRapid goes live and the chart continues every year, same pattern, it will be full bull run on December, may remain bullish. I don't know if that's a question or a statement, but yes, that's exactly what I think is happening. It looks very cyclical. It might actually happen. I'm going to dare say they might offset that pattern a little bit. Maybe it happens a little before the end of the year. Maybe it happens a little bit after the end of the year, just to throw off that basic cyclical network, that basic cyclical pattern. But again, no one person's in control of these systems. It's all about the chaos theory of waiting to see kind of what happens. So I think that's a really good question, and I think that potentially those are things that we're all interested in. Like what happens when it does hit that run? Does it come back? Is it possible to time that and understand how to benefit from that? So potentially a lot of information there to think about. A lot of good questions, but not really. I don't really have all the answers for you. But I appreciate your support. Very, very cool. So let's go ahead and run through the news. XRP being most resilient. Oh, bouncing back to my first rant, the Wolff's Law, progressive loading. Everything's based off progressive loading. You have the capacity to increase your capacity for anything a little bit more. Just challenge yourself that little bit more. A little bit extra work, a little bit extra breathing and stress, and then knowing when to give yourself a break and give yourself a rest, a recharge time. It's all about that ebb and flow, finding the balance that works for you, and looking at how we can see a lot of these coins falling into the same cycle of the resilience is strong, but if they're challenged too much, if there's too much of a challenge, there's an injury, a break. Kind of just like your body. You put too much weight onto a lift or something, you're going to injure yourself if you haven't been building up to that capacity. So you can see a lot of these very simplified principles can apply to all kinds of things in your life. That's why I think it's important to discuss them and look at them. So what's happening with the actual news? Let's run through it. Here we go. We have XRP gradually cannibalizing Bitcoin. That sounds real. That sounds really real. I'm never really a fan of Global Coin Report. No offense to Global Coin Report. You guys are all right. But I'm not going to say anything else. It's fine. They're fine. Looking at the reality that XRP is really strong moving forward. XRP is really strong. Looking at the DCEX exchange launching the first US-based digital currency marketplace to list XRP, launched today. That was July 30th. It uses XRP as the exclusive base currency to facilitate faster transactions. That's pretty exciting. Honestly, still just seeing the repercussions or the ripples on the pond from these announcements. And you can't expect everyone to be as interested as you are. So they're going to learn about it whenever they do, whenever in their own time. Ripple's XRP, the least loser. The least loser. That's what I've always wanted my whole life, was just to be the least loser. In the last 7 days, daily and daily life uses. What headline is this? What does that say? Okay. The San Francisco-based crypto startup Ripple, since its debut is close connected with the deviation of traditional cryptocurrency philosophy, the delivering of traditional banking infrastructure solutions for efficiency, the centralized nature of XRP, and the team's commitment in favor of the fiat standard. So I see this all the time. People reporting on XRP, they have no clue what they're talking about. I wish I had saved it and sent it to myself so I could show it to you right now. But I saw someone reporting about XRP, and literally just like everything they dropped in there was like straight from the Ripple FUD handbook of 2017. Like, bro, get with the times. That is some real old data. There are some real old data you touting around, and it's fine. It just sucks that there's like these waves of misinformation that keep propagating, keep self-propagating themselves into the world. Pretty crazy. Pretty crazy. All right, so I haven't gotten to see any of your comments for like the last 12 minutes. So what are you guys chatting about? Happy with $20. Ethereum Raiden Network. They're claiming 100,000 transactions per second. Claims are great. Let's see what happens when they launch it. BTC doesn't matter. It's the thing XRapid utilized will decouple. I'm losing my faith in XRP. I've made that video before. I knew that this would happen. Juan Tamayo, I knew this day would come, my friend, and I took preparation. They call me the XRP prepper. Not pepper, prepper. So go watch that video that I made. I think it's like XRP something XRP. I think it's like let's go look so I actually can tell you which one it is. I'm gonna go look. You guys just hang out and think about good times. Think about how to find your balance between challenging yourself. The problem with humans is we get stuck in this. We get stuck doing one too much. Either we never do anything and we complain and we make a victim card for ourselves and we play it every chance we get. Like, it's too hard. Life sucks. I've been given a bad opportunity. No one made it. No one did it for me. Everything's hard for me. Like, either we fall too often into that one, or maybe we go the other way. We're like, I'm the best. I'm the shit. I did everything myself, and I don't need anybody's help, and I'm so good. I'm going to stop working and start patting myself on the back. Both of those are flawed. Both of those are flawed. You can't be down on yourself. You can't be playing the victim card. You also cannot pat yourself on the back for too long. You cannot pat yourself on the back for too long. It's just wasting your time. And also, it's probably a challenge, for you to find that balance. Most humans have a struggle finding that balance. So, looking at the video I was looking for, if you want to go find it, I think it is called, Is XRP Still a Good Investment in July of 2018? And possibly also you could watch, Is XRP Still My #1 Crypto? If you search my channel for those videos, they should come up, and both of those have very specific, they have very, very specific ideas just for you, just focused on you. If you're feeling like you're losing faith in XRP, that video I made for you to go watch. So don't lose faith. Don't let the orchestrated market, don't let this orchestrated event sway you from your initial investments. And especially since you're down, you're probably down 80 to 90% already. Just, if you're really feeling nervous about it, don't buy any more, but don't sell. You have not taken a loss yet until you sell at a loss. You have not taken a loss yet until you sell at a loss. Lambo knows what's up. Thanks, Lambo. I appreciate the support. And yes, that's right. I am an XRP prepper. Hello. Greetings from Austria. XRP the standard. I agree. People want to make as much money as they can. If they see altcoins going up 1,000x, money will flow from BTC into altcoins. Humans are greedy. That's true. And I've said this before, and I think it's funny to think about. More people will buy XRP at $5 than they will at 50 cents. More people will buy XRP at $5 than they ever will at 50 cents because it's just a psychological trick. It's like an indicator showing it was $3.30 and now it's $5. That's a positive return. I want to jump in. That's FOMO. It's at under 50 cents. It was $3.30. It doesn't look that great. It's dropping. I'm not sure. I don't understand the tech. I'm just listening to Kung Fu Nerd. He sounds kind of crazy. He wears blue blockers. I've given up. I'm selling. That's FUD. That's a loss. So it's hard to say where the balance is, but again, looking at the reality, don't spend too much time telling yourself apart. Don't spend too much time patting yourself on the back. Just turn your attention to what you want to focus on today. Get some projects done. Take some time for yourself, and then look at how to challenge yourself a little more. Take it to that next step. Take it to that next level. You can do it. I believe in you. Okay. Next article. Oh, wait, that's not it. That's a white screen. Don't pay attention to the white screen. Okay, here we go. Don't expect new Bitcoin highs in 2018. What? Why not? Why not? That was a scary voice. I do have a low voice, and I can be very scary. Don't mind me. I'm usually very nice. You can't hear me out on that ledge? Crypto Cougar, come back! Don't do it! Don't do it, Crypto Cougar! Alright, don't expect new Bitcoin highs in 2018. Well, why not? Tur Demeester is an economist and investor. The following article references opinion and information purposes only. It's not intended to be investment advice. Despite an already 6-month cool-off period for 2018, we see more sideways and downside potential in Bitcoin price due to sluggish retail demand. Hesitation from institutions and current market cap seems to be high relative to the activity occurring on available blockchains. Many investors and advisors are on a record stating that 5,700 was the bottom in Bitcoin for this year and that the higher prices lie ahead. While we are very bullish on Bitcoin's long-term prospects, we do heed caution for short-term price optimism. Again, looking at the article we covered, that was the biggest news of the year for XRP and Bitcoin. It talks about the reality that even with all this good news, we still potentially have we have a slide. We have a possible red market ahead of us. So short-term bearish signs, possibility that we're on a decline, a future incline, and looking at Google Trend results, we use Google Trend a lot to look at the related search interest in Bitcoin. We were looking at that the other day. Remember, we were looking at Bitcoin and XRP and EOS, and EOS has a higher search interest on Google than XRP does right now. EOS has a higher search interest on Google than XRP does right now. No coffee for Bitcoin. Starbucks clarifies its media misrepresentation. I actually referenced this article in a video, and I did a whole breakdown about it, talking about Starbucks' involvement in this whole VC arm. I don't know if I made it clear necessarily, even though I did make jokes about not being able to buy coffee with Bitcoin because of the time of the transactions and the cost, etc. I do think it's important to recognize that Starbucks is playing more of like a VC role in this than a consumer-facing role. And I think if and when they do decide to accept Bitcoin, it'll be over the ILP. So when they pulled that statement, they said we're not accepting Bitcoin. I think that's because they don't want in 6 months for people to turn around and say, look, 6 months ago, Starbucks said they were going to accept Bitcoin, and then Bitcoin tanked, and XRP is number one, and they are not accepting just Bitcoin. They're accepting any coin through the ILP. So Starbucks may be potentially negotiating the risk management of that article. What does that mean? It potentially means that there's still a reality that Starbucks will accept cryptocurrencies in the future. No big deal. Again, no one really knows. I think that any coin will be accepted over the ILP, and Starbucks is again more of the VC. They're more part of the VC arm right now than anything else. So I think that's interesting to look at. There's a whole bunch of articles on Cointelegraph that I was thinking about running through. The main one being that JP Morgan CEO Jamie Dimon returns to bashing Bitcoin. He's back to calling cryptocurrencies a scam, and that's okay. He's just going to go back and forth, probably flip-flopping to till one sounds better than the other, until probability weighs heavier on one side. The finance mogul's history with cryptocurrencies has been checkered, with having caused a stir in September when he originally called Bitcoin a fraud. Thereafter appeared to change his mind when he regretted his choice of words. This guy, honestly, the more he shifts his position, the less I really care to listen to him at all. Bank of Thailand now allows banks to issue, sell, and invest in cryptos via subsidiaries. Pretty big news there. The Bank of Thailand bot has passed a new circular that's allowing the banks and financial institutions to invest, issue, and sell cryptos through subsidiaries, while the previous directive by the central bank to not deal in cryptos is still effective. Very interesting. What does that mean? Subsidiaries are now allowed to invest. Basically, financial institutions and banks can't get involved directly. Rather, they can only recommend investment advice sources. If these banks want to invest in digital assets, they may issue an ICO with the objective of contributing towards financial innovation, and they can do so through a regulatory sandbox. Interesting to look at. So people figuring out how to make these things work to their benefit. That's definitely what people do. South Korean crypto exchange Bithumb reopened with 9 cryptos. Withdrawals and deposits reopened with 9 cryptos on Bithumb. Headline has it all. Bitmain confirms new crypto mining facility in Texas. So those of us in Texas looking at Bitmain showing up and building a new facility here, do they know how hot it is? Do they know how much AC they will need in Texas to run a mining facility? Is that the best move? I have no idea. It seems like people are actually opening up facilities in like the Arctic more than Texas. Is mining still going to be a thing? Bitmain has amassed a huge amount of wealth from their mining operation. But if we all understand XRP, if you guys listen and recognize the quality of XRP as a non-mined ledger that is updated by the validators, then what is the potential of a mining operation in 10 years? What's the potential of a mining operation in 5 years? Is it still profitable in 3 years, in 2 years? Is it still profitable next year? It's hard to say. If Bitcoin keeps going up, then yes. If Bitcoin keeps going up in price, then yes. If, you know, I always forget that other law. Is it Max's law? The compounding computer processing capabilities. One of you guys knows. One of you guys has reminded me before in the past. I'll look it up. I'll look it up because I want to know. So looking at the possibility that maybe these things will still be here. Moore's Law. Thank you so much. Moore's Law. Thank you, thank you, thank you. 1965, Gordon Moore noticed that the number of transistors per square inch on integrated circuits has doubled every year since their invention. Have you guys never seen this? It's pretty cool. Moore's Law. So the reality that a number of integrated circuits has doubled every year since its invention, basically saying that the computational capacity for circuits is continually increasing as we need them to. So what does that mean? That Bitmain wants to open a location in Texas. Is it still going to be profitable? Is that still going to work? I don't know. I don't know. Blythe Masters looks beyond finance for next wave of blockchain growth. Blythe Masters tells it. So the time has come for digital asset to spread its wings and fly. The distributed ledger technology DLT company she founded in 2014 is entering a new phase heralded by many other things, a partnership with Google Cloud to simplify and proliferate the tech. Very exciting stuff right there. To date, DA's strategy has stood out among big enterprise blockchain players for its laser-like focus. So again, it's Monday. Where's your focus? What are you focused on? Let's crank out some projects, get done with all of our work, and then challenge ourselves a little bit more. Challenge ourselves a little extra. What does this mean? Just another good indicator that positive news is on the horizon, that good things are ahead. And we already looked at that one. And how will the UK deal with crypto after Brexit? Expert take. And honestly, this is a big thing I think the rest of the world's kind of looking at too. The United Kingdom and the European Union failed to reach an agreement on an orderly uncoupling, which is a major geopolitical and strategic event with global implications. Uncertainty about the outcome of the Brexit has also started to weaken growth in the UK, which is expected to get worse. So looking at a lot of these nation states, a lot of these governance systems, losing support, losing soft power, looking at their fiats failing, and continual interest compounding into cryptocurrencies and what that means. Going back to coin market cap, let's talk about a couple other things. We're going to look at change inside of the hour. Who's up? Taking forever. How are you guys? How are you? How are you today? All right, here we go. Hollow or hot top coin by change in 24 hours. I don't know if I told you about this, guys, but that's a coin on Binance. I think I got into it last week just to play with some. I put little amounts into coins before I tell you guys about them to take like the first toe in the water. And that one actually has done really well since I've got in it. It's gotten really good returns since I've been in it. I'm looking at doing a review about it, but I wouldn't get in right now. Obviously, it's on a run, so it's probably going to dip. Looking at Ethereum Classic really has a strong move too. Ethereum Classic obviously is being launched tomorrow on Coinbase, so people are obviously thinking that there's going to be a return there. And you can see the last 3 days have all been a run on Ethereum Classic. I didn't necessarily specifically tell you guys to buy it 3 days ago, but we've been talking about it a lot, looking at the reality that it was $15. It's hit probably, I think, a good 15% 25% since then. It's up 9% right now at $18. I expect it to still run a little bit further up as it's being prepped to launch tomorrow on Coinbase. When it hits Coinbase tomorrow, it might have an immediate run and then a drop off after that, or it could have an immediate drop. It could be a lot of people buying into it now with anticipation of a run, and as soon as it comes through tomorrow and it starts, if it does not have an immediate run, people will sell as fast as possible and it could drop. So honestly, looking at potentially either way, it could have a really good run tomorrow when it launched on Coinbase, or it could have a big drop depending on where the market allegiance lies. Are people looking to get out? Are people looking to get in? And that's also a really strong indicator to see, where the interest is for the average consumer. Where the interest is for the average consumer. So the market cap is same position it was when we started this 45 minutes ago. We the volume throughout all the coins is pretty much the same as it's been the last few days. About 50 million up on XRP, about 50 million up on Litecoin. Ethereum Classic volume way up, passing Litecoin and XRP. We got Bitcoin Cash volume up above Ethereum Classic, and EOS volume is really, really low, but still above Bitcoin Cash. And then obviously Ethereum and Bitcoin volume very high, as it always is. So that's potentially all we're going to do. Looking at the news, running through XRP resilience today. It's Monday. XRP is very resilient, still my number one moving forward. Really excited about all the news coming out and looking at all these tokens that's happening. Potentially, there's only one possibility for the rest of today, and it's that you buckle down, take notice, be mindful, and crank out some high output work. Whatever you do, whatever your work is, whatever you're focused on, align yourself with how you're going to feel when XRP takes off. XRP is going to be, however high you imagine it, so that you are very, very wealthy and feel very, very well about life. Imagine that already happened. Imagine it happened today. Imagine you're already there, and then look around and notice how you feel. Start to take in that capacity to feel that way now, to feel like you have enough and you are able to provide and take care of yourself, and then look around and see if there's anything else internally that's pulling at you that you can address. If you have problems right now and you are expecting your problems to go away when you have a bunch of money, they won't. Your problems will amplify. So that's important to think about. It's very important to think about. I know that a lot of us here are excited about XRP taking off, and a lot of us are potentially thinking it's going to solve all our problems. But if you think your problems will be solved because of more money in your bank account, then you might actually need to just take a moment and see if you can address those problems now and start functioning from a place that you are already enough. You already have enough wealth. You already have a full capacity to take care of yourself. So looking at today's news, very exciting in the crypto market. Again, looking at the downtrend in crypto as all this positive news comes out. Very confusing to people, to speculators, and to investors. But no big deal. I'm happy to be here. I appreciate our contributors today. We didn't have like too much real news, but it's Monday, and I think that there's a good reason to be here, a good reason to support everyone. So I appreciate it. Thanks a bunch to Spread the Standard Sean and to Alex for your support. It means a lot, and also to Lambo. It means a lot. Thanks a bunch, guys. Oh, and Farshad. Thanks a bunch, just dropping in a support as well. It means a lot. I have 10,000 XRP, thinking of trading it for Ethereum Classic while the price goes, and then back to XRP. That's a very dangerous, you, my friend, are a dangerous man. It's a very dangerous choice that you are in. I don't know about that. Ethereum Classic could have a good run. It could have a good drop. It's hard to say for sure. But happy to be here. Sorry I don't get to chat back with you guys more. Sometimes I think it's more important for me to focus on what's actually happening on the news and the data than to just interact with you. But I do like interacting with you guys. I do appreciate you being here, and I want to be able to read and interact with your comments more. So thanks a bunch for showing up. Here we are. If you haven't already, click that like button. Don't forget to smash that like button. Smash that subscribe button. Give me support to the channel. And go share this video to your friends. Tell some people, go check out this video. I'm almost at 10K. I'm about 100 subscribers away from 10K. So share my video. Send my channel to your friends. Don't forget to remind all the peeps why we are the strongest crew, the strongest crypto crew on the interwebs. That's right, XRP fam, Kung Fu Nerd fam, unite, go. Alrighty, that's it. That's all we're gonna do. It's been a pleasure. We're under 50 minutes, so that's pretty good. You know, pretty good. Under 50 minutes, no big deal. Thanks a bunch for joining me. If you haven't already, click that subscribe button, click that like button, smash that like button, and farewell. Farewell. I know, it's already over. It's already over. No, I know. I can't stop it. I already pressed stop the stream. It's already over. There's nothing I can do now.